Spring is well and truly here, and Muzikstan is back in the UK from its world tour. Hello, I'm Job Sullivan and welcome to this evening's Muzikstan. You know, I really feel part of the family now with Muzikstan. I've played a couple of times, and Zirak here rang me. You all know Zirak, don't you? We all know Zirak. About 80% of us will know Zirak. He's an amazing fiddle player, singer, and he's the animateur of Muzikstan. And he gives me a ring earlier this week, and he goes, Job, I'd love you to present Muzikstan, be the host and introduce the two amazing acts we've got on in April. So it's a great privilege. And then I thought, actually, maybe he just wants me on camera so he can see my stupid lockdown haircut. What do you think? Does anybody else have a stupid lockdown haircut? Let us know how lockdown or COVID has been affecting you. Have you taken some new hobbies? Have you been learning an instrument, doing something more crafty? We want to hear about it as we enjoy the music tonight. So I won't ramble on too much. I need to introduce our first act. His name is Max Gittings, and he is part of the vibrant music scene in Birmingham. And don't we have a vibrant music scene here in Birmingham? Indeed we do. He's a performer and educator on many types of global flutes and woodwind instruments. He also plays in shows for the Royal Shakespeare Company and the West End. Ooh. You know, actually, I've met Max. I met him in my mate Vicky's garden, and he wasn't the most impressive thing in that garden. Excellent musician, really, really good musician, but Vicky had this like planter made out of a recycled washing machine, and it was in the middle, and I was just fixated. He was amazing, but she had this washing machine in the middle with loads of plants in. What do you get up to in lockdown, hey? What have you been up to? Let us know as we enjoy the beautiful sounds of Max. Now, we need to give him a bit of a build-up, don't we? I need to see some emoji applause down there in the comments section. How are we all doing? I want to see some applause now. Go on. I'm waiting. This will look really rubbish if you don't join in, all right? Emoji applause, please. Give me some smiley faces, some drums as well. I want to see some drum emojis. No aubergines, no peaches. This is a clean live stream. Job Sullivan only has clean live streams. No aubergines, no peaches. Without further ado, let's go over and hear Max Gittings.
Well, good evening. Thanks for tuning into Muzikstan. My name's Max Gittings, and I'm going to be playing a little set for you to start off this Muzikstan at home before we then move on to some fantastic West African music from Moussa Dembele and his friends. So it's a delight to be invited to record this special live video set of my instruments for Muzikstan, and I got things going there with a shun, a Chinese clay ocarina, which is blown in the way that one would blow a flute, i.e. across the hole at the top. Now this is an ancient instrument. I mean, many of the Chinese wind instruments have a very long history. This goes back many thousands of years, depicted in scrolls, written about in literature, and so you can find examples of this on the ancient paintings of the caves in Dunhuang on the old Silk Road. So really is a very ancient instrument, and I played for you there 2 melodies on it. The first one was actually a Mongolian one called Shepherd Song, not a Chinese one, and then the second one was a Chinese one called Lady Meng Jiang, the folk tune associated with a well-known Chinese legend. So that gave you a sort of taste of the theme of my set for you this evening, which is going to be folk woodwind traditions, instruments from across the world and their traditions that I've been exploring this past year. So yeah, about the only silver lining, one of the very few silver linings to being stuck at home during a lockdown, is it gives you a chance to get stuck into some different projects. And I did also do some DIY and help my partner as she did some brilliant painting of our house. But yeah, one of the main things I did was crack out some of these instruments I'd had for a while, I hadn't really got stuck into, like the shun, which I've never really got to grips with until this last year, and started really working on them and getting to grips with them. So from the little to large, and another demonstration of what I was just talking about. This is a Fiara, Slovakian folk flute, 3-foot tall maybe. Quite sort of well known these days in sort of, in inverted commas, world music circles. It may well crop up on the soundtrack here, or be played by a session musician there. But at its roots, it's a Slovakian shepherd's flute from the hills of Slovakia. Very simple, very evocative sound. You can imagine, especially in its louder moments, really carrying across the valleys there and being associated very much with the traditional Slovakian folk songs that one would play on it. And so the players, the shepherds, would both sing the songs and then they play them on the pipe. I won't give you any spoilers about how it sounds, because that's really the whole deal about what's so special about it. It's played just with 3 holes and lots of blowing to get the different harmonic sounds. Some intended, as you'll hear, probably some accidental. So I'll demonstrate this tune to you, this instrument, the Fiara, to you with a couple of Slovakian melodies, folk songs. The first one's called Near Bratislava, and the second one is called They Play Me. So this is the Fiara. there we go. That was a Fiara for you. Okay, so then I thought we'd move into a bit of a high wire act for me now. This thing. This is a hornpipe, so called because it's a pipe with a horn, and yes, that is a real instrument name. So across the world, across the continents, a simple pipe with a reed and a horn is known as a hornpipe, and it comes from North Africa. It was brought back for me from Tunisia by a dear friend of mine, great musician, great hurdy-gurdy player called Mick Howson, and he brought a couple of these back for me. And I remember him telling me that he'd actually made sure when he went to the stopped to the market stall where he heard these were playing, that he didn't just take the ones, you know, down there. He asked for the ones the guy was playing, so he knew their works. That said, it's I'm saying it's a high wire act because I've only been getting used to it this past lockdown, and I'm finding the reed is a funny old business to operate. So touch wood, it's behaving itself now. As for what it's called, well, there's no exact name. So it being a hornpipe and having the upper portion, which is very similar to the Mizwad bagpipes from that part of the world, I thought I'd call it the Mizwad hornpipe. And yep, it's related to lots of instruments from that part of the world. So its reeded section is like the Egyptian argool, or even going around the Mediterranean, its reed is similar to what's depicted and what's made on the recreations of the Greek aulos. So I thought I'd play for you some North African melodies to go on it. I'm just getting the drone ready to accompany me on it there, but we'll start with an Algerian one called We Have Come Here, then we'll move to a Libyan folk song called Caravan Song, and we'll finish with a Turkish melody called Uskador. So I'll just fire up my drone to give me some backing for this. Here we go. So some traditional melodies on the Mizwad hornpipe. So there we go, that was a miserable hornpipe. As promised, a high wire act with a reed, just about let me let me get away with it there, right towards that last bit. So there we are, from one exotic sound, an exotic looking instrument, to another. So this is returning back to China, for which I have a slight sort of leading towards through family connections and through having gone there over many years, having had lessons with Chinese flute teachers and so on and so forth, and played in Chinese groups. And this, the hulu sir, is an instrument I actually have many varieties of, but all much smaller than this. This is actually a bass one. It's pitched at A below middle C, and it took some getting hold of. In fact, there's a bit of a story. I ordered this one during this last lockdown through an advert I saw online, and then waited for it to arrive, and thankfully it turned out to be a decent one. As you never know until these instruments come to you and arrive on your doorstep and you unpack them, and that anxious moment when you start blowing into them for the first time and know if they're any good or not. But the story behind this is I actually had come across one of these 5 years ago when in Shanghai, and I had a lot of luggage at the time. I was on tour at the time, and I had a big box full of instruments and had pushed my luggage limit to its maximum. And so I came across one of these on my last day and really weighed it up. Even got the nice man in the shop with our very limited communication between each other because I have almost no Chinese. I even got him to help me take it down into its different parts so we could see if I could just get it into my case. But I didn't have the bottle. Maybe I could have got away with it, but I just didn't fancy buying it and then having it taken off me at the as I went through security, where they can be very officious when you sometimes go through different airport security. So I left it there and always regretted not buying it and not giving it a go, bringing it back. So I was really thankful to pick this up online. Now hulu sir comes from the Yunnan province, originally comes from Yunnan province in China. It's since become a sort of ubiquitous folk instrument across the country, a sort of cousin to the very famous Chinese flutes, the dizi and the shao. But it stands up and down right, has a very lovely mellow sound, and hulu sir means gourd pipe, hulu sir. And so it's made up of a pipe here, melody pipe. Oop, almost go the game way. Which plays a melody, and then as I sort of gave the game away with these pipes on the side, and as you'll hear, they make sounds too. So I'll now play for you a melody called Dance of the Owl, which again has a nice connection because I last played that in my previous appearance in Muzikstan many years ago with a colleague of mine. We did a recital of Chinese music, so it's nice to bring it again to Muzikstan, this time my new pride and joy, the bass hulu sir. So I give you the Dance of the Owl. There we go. That was the Bass Hulisser, the Dance of Yao. How nice to play it for Muzikstan again. So we haven't got long now to go for my set. Remember, the warm-up set to a fantastic second half you're going to have of West African music by Moussa Dembele. So I just thought I'd introduce you to a very, very new instrument of mine to show you just what this lockdown process of me working on instruments and tunes has been all about. This is a Romanian caval, bought for me by my partner, the lovely Anna, who, being Romanian, was able to get in contact with a proper, genuine maker of the caval, deep in the heart of Romania, and have this lovely instrument made of cherry wood made and sent as a lovely surprise to me. It just turned up in the post, somewhat delayed in the post, but turned up a couple of weeks ago, and I got stuck straight into it. It actually turned out, well, I mean, I'd been talking about this a while ago, and then she'd obviously excellently followed it up and ordered an instrument for me. But I'd been talking about it a while ago when I discovered really what it is. I heard this sound a lot in recordings of folk music, but I never quite figured out what it was. And it's not the same as the caval that comes from Bulgaria and Macedonia, which is blown in a very different way and has a different range and a very different sound. So it was only when I realised this was a unique type of Romanian caval that I got interested in it. Forgot all about that, and then was really surprised when this turned up in the post. So, big thanks to my lovely partner Anna for getting this for me, and I'll demonstrate it for you now with a couple of Transylvanian tunes. First one learnt from the playing of Muzikstan, a Hungarian band, but also notable as being a melody transcribed by Bartok for his Romanian dances for the violin, I believe. And then I'll finish with my sort of hybridised version of a tune by the Hungarian band Beshodrom. So it's got a bit of my melody, which is my attempt at misremembering their melody, and then a bit of their melody in it. Anyway, it's two Transylvanian tunes on the Romanian caval. There we are. A couple of lively folk dances on the Romanian Cabal for you. Now, very sadly, that's all we've got. No, I don't want to roll the flutes to roll off and fall to the floor, do I? No. Very sadly, that's all we've got time for. Almost all we've got time for now. But as I get myself set up, this last instrument, let me just say a few thank yous. Big thanks to everyone at Muzikstan for inviting me to play. Zirak, Sophie, Max and all the crew have invited me to play and setting this all up. They've run a fantastic thing in Muzikstan over these years. You know, I've been to the live events, played at one, and really enjoyed them over the years, and that's been fantastic. And then to have it continue on this form online and keep going this past year and provide us with a nice little burst of music from all sorts of music from across the world, from different traditions, from different vibes. That's been really, really great. So if you can support Muzikstan in any way possible, that'd be fantastic. Sharing the word on social media, spreading words by word of mouth, and of course it'd be really helpful if you could donate to them to keep up the good work of Muzikstan. And let me finish off now with a set on the Northumbrian Pipes. So this is another example of a great lockdown project of mine. I've been learning these off and on for years, teaching myself a few tunes here and there, but letting them slip into rustiness far too often. So it was perfect time during this past lockdown to work on them. And then even then, during this long year, I worked on them, put them aside, and only thanks to picking up again to help a friend of mine work on her set that she'd acquired, that I was reminded to give them a go, and so I'll give them a go for you now with two more relaxed tunes than those last two Romanian tunes. A couple of gentle tunes from the northeast, from the part of the world in England where these are from. So we'll start with the Waters of the Tine, a lovely folk song, big favourite of my uncle up there in Newcastle, and then we'll go into the Dance of the Honeybees, which I dedicate to his sister, my late mother. So this is the Water of the Tine and Dance of the Honeybees. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for Moussa Dembele and his sets, and I'll leave you with these. Bye. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Max. It was great to hear you. All them woodwind instruments, them flutes and what have you, really representative of the variety that Muzikstan likes to bring. I got so jealous I had to go and grab some of my best musician mates here. Paul, who I just met today. That's right, isn't it? It's actually right. On the sax, he's an amazing sax player. He came along with Mike. He's on the guitar. And then I actually met these two in a nightclub. Do you remember? We actually met in a nightclub. It was a ping-pong nightclub we met at. Do you remember? In a basement. Yeah. 12-year-old in a nightclub, exactly. So it was this ping-pong nightclub. This is Mark and Dan. And Dan's only 12. And I don't know how long ago that was, 3-4 years ago. And the host, we didn't know what we were doing. People were just coming on and we were backing them. And the host kept asking you to do all these different drum styles and you just do it. Do you remember, like, do jazz, do bossa nova, and you just go for it. Great to have these musicians here. This is my chance to just share a little tune that I composed once upon a time for a video game. There's two, actually. The first one's called the Tankard, and the second one is called Ghosts and Goblins. then, gents. Ghosts and Goblins. A bit of Dan now on them drums. And again, Dan. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much, Rent a Crowd at the back, my tech team there. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, band. It's now my privilege to introduce Moussa and Alai, all the way from Burkina Faso. It's amazing, just the links we've got. We've had Max, we've had us lot from Erdington, and now we're going over to Africa. Isn't that cool what you can do nowadays, you know, with virtual technology like? Let me explain a bit about Moussa then. Moussa is from a traditional family of Bois griot musicians from Burkina Faso and Mali, and they're all instrument makers as well. Moussa himself plays the balafon, he plays the kora, and he plays various African percussion instruments. Right, well, for Moussa then and his brother, let's get a bit of a virtual applause going down there in the comments section. Come on now. Let's go over to them now. Moussa and Alai. Thank you, Muzikstan.
Hello, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Muzikstan Festival. Yeah, we are here to make you guys, you know, at home watching us, you know, with my brother Moussa Dembele, from Burkina Faso.
Yes.
And myself, you know, from Burkina Faso, Alai Sanfo Alai. So we are here to have fun together tonight, guys, yeah? I hope in your room, your living room, you know, jump with us and sing with us, yeah? Okay, let's go then, yeah?
Cool. nice one to warm it up. So thank you so much to have us here tonight. This is amazing. Long time we missed this. Oh my God, that's great. Yes, here we go. So this one is the balafon, and the song we just play right now called Jemefo. Jemefo means let's hear the energy. Let's play the djembe. The djembe is the drum called djembe in Africa. In Africa, we all call it the djembe. So yeah, this is great. I love it. Hope tonight, with so many of us, gonna have a wonderful night. So the second one we're gonna play that called Soyez Bienvenue. Soyez Bienvenue in English. Welcome everyone. Again, man, I don't want this to finish. Let's do it. amis. Soyez bienvenus. Thank you, thank you. I need to put this mic back in. That's the bass drum mic. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Good. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So after we do the warming up from the start, that is why we play this to just take it easy for now because we are just starting. So, this is great. Very good. So what we're gonna do, maybe we're gonna swap a bit instrument to the beautiful Africa harp, which we call goni. And then the goni is an amazing instrument also, which I know some of you know the instrument called kora. So this were the first instrument before kora. So this is goni, and the goni starts with only 4 strings, and from 4 you go to 6. From 6 it went to 8 strings. And today we have a goni with 14 strings. So yeah, here we go. And some people also question themselves sometimes, what make it different? Why this is goni and the other one called kora? They're going to have a full calabash. We have a full calabash, which called the goni. And the kora have the half calabash, which is this one. This is a half calabash. So we use the half calabash for the kora and the full calabash for the goni. So we're gonna do a bit, maybe another relaxing one from the goni. And we take it from there. So chill, relax. Now let's do it. Let's warm it up slowly.
Yeah.
Marinate mean what? Marinate mean to do good. Marinate. Mbaba tawasama, omara winga omano. Mbura tawasama, omara winga omano. You do good for yourself. I say, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself. Na, 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 na. yira for dunia. Nuguma, nuguma, yira for dunia. Fole boga tenga naba, bugate yi muguma ye. Fole boga dunia naba, bugate yi muguma ye. Fole boga tenga naba, bugate yi muguma ye. Fole boga dunia naba, bugate yi muguma ye. The song we're gonna play now called Natuguneko. Natuguneko mean come with me, join me. Let's do it together. So Natuguneko. So that way it wasn't Natuguneko, come with me, let's go together, let's do it together. So Natuguneko, that way like a journey, let's do the journey. So we're gonna do another one. It looks like we are nearly there. Not exactly there, but not too far. Mean we are nearly 2 hours. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, but still, we still have a few minutes. So, yeah, we still have a few minutes to carry on.
Tiny few minutes.
Yeah, tiny one.
Yeah.
So,
Muzikstan Festival.
Yeah.
Are you there, guys?
hi. Yeah, hopefully we're gonna see each other in a real physical way very soon. So we're gonna do a one song from the Goni, and we finish with the balafon.
Yes, guys, that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, out of key. So we need to get back on normal key. This is an amazing song, I love it. And the song called I Love You. Wow, so that was in Nebi Fair. Nebi Fair in Bambara. Je suis avec toi, I'm with you, I love you. Yeah. Cool. So, here we are. As we say in the beginning, my name is Moussa Dembele from Burkina Faso, now based in London. As you can see, I'm musician. So I built the kora, the goni, the djembe. So build instrument. I build instruments. That is what I do for a living, and I do music. And here is my brother, big brother, from Burkina Faso also.
Yes, Alai Sanfo from Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
We will see you soon, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
In real life, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, as I was saying, the time is running. I really enjoy to be with you tonight, like to be performing here tonight. It's so great, so great. So what are we gonna do? I think we just have to stand up, move the chair far away from you, move whatever is nearby. Let's do this, let's dance. So the song I'm gonna be playing now, call it Danse, Danse. Yeah, danser, danser. On va danser, on va danser. So yeah, let's do the danser, danser. And thank you again for having us here tonight. Thank you everyone to be part of this, to watch, to like, yeah. We're gonna see you all soon with the real energy. I'm still saving my energy right now. So when I'm behind the other side, that is where you're gonna see the energy I got. So let's do the danse, danse. thank you, thank you. Merci, merci, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much for having us here tonight. We're gonna say bye-bye for now and see you very soon. Merci beaucoup. Yes.
Abarka!
Barka. Thank you. Thank you. Woo. Yeah.
Absolutely sensational. Thank you, you two. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I've packed away my band. Yep, had to get rid of them. But I have had a lovely live stream. I've been Job Sullivan. I've got a few people to thank now, actually. First and foremost, I need to thank the funders. Good use of taxpayers' money, this. This is Arts Council England that have funded this. And how important is it to fund live music? Not just, we're not a charity case, us musicians. This is the thing, you know, the way that people often frame it is, oh no, you've got to pay the musicians and all of this. No, if you don't pay the grassroots, you'll never have creativity. You'll never have the chance to get that, you know, Dua Lipa or Nicki Minaj. That will never come up from the grass, that will never be able to flourish. So you have to fund the arts. So thank you, Arts Council England, for funding Muzikstan. I've got to thank my own team as well, Mr. Paul Withers over there for recording us, and Six Ways Baptist Church. What a lovely backdrop here in Erdington. Six Ways Baptist Church for letting us do this. Thank you to all the performers today. Thank you as well to Max, different Max now, editor for Muzikstan. Got to thank Sophie as well. She's the one who pays the invoices. Got to give her a thank you. And then of course Zirak and anyone else who's been involved with Muzikstan, who I haven't said a thank you to. I've been Job Sullivan, and I hope to see you next time with Muzikstan.